Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Normally I don't come on, but I am today because I want to look at water. I wanted to look at this yesterday, but the news kind of grabbed me and I went off into Mr. Pumpkinhead land. And today the same thing happened. I mean, I tell you all, don't look at the news, let it go, but today while I was doing some research on this, I did look into the news and got sucked into the soap opera that is going on. I mean, it's better than I got alarms going off. It's better than the Kardashians or The Bachelor. I don't watch any of those. Anyway, let's move on to water. This week, the Interior Department released an environmental review of the Colorado River. The Colorado River has been in a mega drought for a while. The dams that were created on this river create a lot of hydroelectric power, and then it feeds, what states does it feed? Arizona, California, oops, no, that's not it. Hang on. I wish I could push pause, but I can't. Where is it? I'm sorry. I should have been more prepared. Here it is. Arizona, California, Colorado, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming. And this was divided amongst these states in 1922, before the big boom. Arizona fought it, and that didn't get resolved until, I think, in the 60s or something. And what goes on with this, so that we spread all this water out? California gets most of it, and a lot of it is for agriculture. And I can't believe the amount of waste that goes on in the Central Valley of California, because they don't have drip irrigation. They just flood like rows of fields, and a lot of it is evaporation, goes into evaporation. So when this happened in 1922, it was before the big Arizona boom, where they're just building like crazy right now, and other states too. So we all have this need for this precious resource that we abuse horribly. Horribly. I mean, we pee in it, we poo in it, and we think it's there forever. And we know it's not. I mean, South Florida may think it's there forever. They got 20 inches of rain in it in like a day or two. I'm complaining about 20 inches of rain in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But you know, it's different. They're used to it down there. All right, so I want to look at the water system, the Colorado River, and just see, are people, where I want to focus, and I apologize for not going up to Wyoming and focusing up there, or Colorado, Utah. I'm going to focus on Arizona and California and Mexico. Mexico has the Delta. A lot of birds, a lot of animals. I would rather see the water going down there. There is a book called Welcome to the Monkey Wrench Gang. Just popped into my head. It was written at the time of the Glen Canyon Dam, when they built the Glen Canyon Dam, and they flooded the Grand Canyon. There was a spot called Rainbow Bridge, and they flooded it. It was gorgeous. It's now, I think, still, but last year, you can go visit it. You can go see it because the water levels are so low. So let's just do a 411 on what deck should I use? I'm going to use Lightseer's Tarot, and then I'm going to use my new deck from Libby again. She sent me another deck because I got the wrong one originally. So it's an intuitive deck, very similar to Andrea's, but without color cards. I'm so happy. All right, the Colorado River. Let's just look at the 411, and let's look at the Colorado River from the river standpoint. What is the 411? What does the Colorado River want to say with this review? If the Colorado River had a voice, what would it say? It's not happy, it's not shuffling. Maybe in that deck I should use maybe would be the Brady Tarot, because that's pretty nature harsh nature. But I got this deck. It's not shuffling well though. Come on now. Oh, Colorado River. What do you have to say to us? Colorado River. I just feel the flow of the water and then stop and then just flow of the water. The exhilaration with the water running free. 411. What does the Colorado River have to say? Wow. A lot of twos. What's that about? Yeah. Okay. Let me drop this down and you can see what I'm looking at there. Okay. So we have a Two of Pentacles. In other decks, there's a lot of water around this, and this could be water, white water, like the Colorado River should have. A lot of rapids and things like that. But this is, in other decks, they're balancing on rough seas. So this Two of Pentacles, it's balancing the white, and it looks like either that's a canteen or a shamanic drum case. And for me, if I was by the Colorado River, I would do a shamanic journey into the river and see what the water has to say. What's crossing it is the Two of Wands. And this feels like you have the world down here. And this feels like, how do we manage, how do we share with the world our resources? And I get the feeling that, you know, the water is not stingy and doesn't want to be, no, it's just me, nobody can use it. It's a free-flowing, giving, sharing thing. So it's not like it's against helping people. I think it's against being rerouted. At the base of the reading is the Queen of Pentacles. It's about, so what I hear from the river is use our resources wisely. And here this queen seems like it has, she has a shamanic antler to her. It's getting back to, even though there's a lot of nature in this card, this Queen of Pentacles, it's we've got to use our resources wisely. We have the Wheel of Fortune, things are spinning. We have the Empress giving birth to a new way of looking at things. And then we have the Empress, the High Priestess, sorry. So we're not quite clear on what we should do with this. We, as stewards of this river, need to tap into the higher realms so that we can manage our resources better with the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Certainly the Two of Pentacles. This Empress card at the top, the river is asking us to come up with a new plan. With a new plan. All right, so let's take a look at Arizona and California and Mexico in terms of water. In terms of water from the Colorado River. So I guess there's three things that the government is looking at with the river. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Okay, so the three possible solutions: one, to continue to follow the established water rights, which would prioritize California farmland that produces the food. This would largely shut off the water to the Phoenix and Los Angeles areas. Another option is to cut the water distribution evenly across Arizona, California, and Nevada. And the third option, do nothing. Oh, that sounds good. So let's just look at, come on now. You don't need to look at me shuffling. Y'all were making me nervous and I couldn't shuffle right. Okay, come on now. Arizona. Let's look at Arizona. I'm going to put it out there a little bit. 5 years. Talk to me about the Arizona water level in 5 years. Talk to me about the Arizona water level in 5 years. 8 of Wands. Things moving fast. So when I pull this, is this people moving fast out of Arizona because there's no water? Oh, look at this card, 7 of Cups. Cups are water, cups are emotion. This is like, which one do we pick? What well do we How do we get our water? What choice do, and here's buildings here. It's like there's water flowing out of buildings. It feels like there's a choice that you can make. We're not sure where this is going yet, but there's a choice where you can make, but it feels like with this Eight of Wands that people are leaving Arizona. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. Eight of Wands, fast moving. Knight of Pentacles, slow moving knight. And he's dropping money. I think they're just going to be putting tons of money into trying to get water, but it's kind of wasted, it looks like. In the past is the Nine of Cups. This is like, you know, it's so great here. This is so wonderful. The building, and oh, we got this. This is good. At the top of the reading, the Magician, creating something out of nothing. There is no water there. You can drill into the aquifer, but there's 40 million people living in the desert. So I'm thinking, well, take a playbook out of the Middle East. I don't know. And in the potential near future, the Page of Cups. When I said take a page out of the Middle East on how they survive, it feels like they're going to get news from unexpected sources, or they're waiting for pigs to fly before they move. That's a pig with wings up there. You know, they love their state. They love living there. Cups are water. Internally, internal influences are the Chariot. External influences, the Empress, giving birth to something new, nature. The top of the reading, Hanged Man, suspension, not top, I'm sorry, hopes and fears. This is, they hope they can look at it in a different point of view. Their fear is they won't look at it in a different point of view, that they're just going to be suspended. And the final outcome with this is the Nine of Wands. They're kind of trapped a little bit, because they don't have a lot of water. The Queen of Cups, whoa, this card flew way out. And it's the Five of Swords, winning at any cost. And the Five of Pentacles, loss. So they're going to keep fighting for this. They're going to keep working on this. They're going to think that they're making the right choice with this Seven of Cups. They're going to put a lot of money in it. I think in 5 years, I think they haven't made the big move. They're hoping for magic to happen, but the losses, Five of Swords, I don't see it. It's going to be, I don't see the big migration, but I see just a lot of loss out there. Let's take a look at California and then Mexico, and then I'm done. California, water. 5 years, California, water. So right now we've got, you know, this huge snowpack. We've been in a drought for years. We're not out of it, but we're flooding. So the snowpack has the potential to flood the Central Valley and fill up Lake Tulare. Lake Tulare was one of the largest, I think the largest lake west of the Mississippi in terms of size. It was a shallow lake, but people were running steamboats on it, going up to Sacramento. Now it's farmland, but it's being flooded. So that's just really temporary. But we have an El Nino, a big El Nino coming. And I wanted to read on New Zealand water too, because they have a big river out there and their delta is just poison because of pesticides. That's another one we can get into. California water, 5 years. The Colorado River is being diverted now for farmland to grow crops in the winter. What is going on with California water from the Colorado River? 5 years. Seven of Wands. So they're defending themselves, right? They're saying, we need this water. We need it. We feed the nation. We feed you guys in Arizona so you can live in there in the desert with your swimming pools and grass. A lot of the Arizonians do not have grass, but they do have swimming pools. All right. It's being crossed by the Five of Cups. Seven of Wands being crossed by the Five of Cups, which is emotional loss. It's crying over spilt, I used to say water, spilt milk, but this is spilled water, just the wasting of it. We're at the base of the reading, again, is the Two of Wands. What do we do? How do we make this work? In the past, as it relates, the King of Wands. California was the king. We need this. We need it for Los Angeles. We need it for our farmlands. We need it. We're the king. That was in the past. At the top of the reading is the Ace of Pentacles. And in the potential near future, we have the Queen of Wands. Let me drop this down. Y'all can see what I'm looking at. So California is defending themselves against this loss. They are desperately trying to come up, make a decision that's going to satisfy this world image. And the world image is of the United States, all these multiple states that are vying for this water. They're no longer the king, but they're starting out with something new. And this Ace of Pentacles, if you don't really look at it closely, it looks like water is dripping through their hands, through their fingers. But it's roots. So they're putting in roots. They're coming up with some kind of new plan so that they can keep growing. And in the potential near future is the Queen of Wands, coming up with something a little magical, and celebrating with some kind of new innovation, new thought process. Internally, they still think that they're the king. We're the emperor. Externally, you got to move on, dudes. It's California. I can say dude. Dude, move on to calmer waters. So hopefully they're going to get a handle on this waste that they're dealing with. Hopes and fears, Page of Swords. Is there going to be some legal issues that are going to come out of this? Probably so. But in this Page of Swords, look at that. She's flying with light bulbs, new ideas. This Page of Swords. Hopes and fears that we are going to get a better set of ideas. And the final outcome is the Eight of Pentacles. It's going to take a lot of hard work. Let's not kid ourselves. 5 years. Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. So it's going to be a sharing thing. And this sharing thing, people are going to ask, we're going to give, but it's not going to be like, oh, we're kind, we're good, we're the giving California. Oh, hell no. It's going to be legal battles that's going to make us give up our water. You Arizonians out there making us give our water away. All right. Let's look at Mexico. Down on the Rio Grande. The Delta. The end of the river for all the wildlife. Let's look at the end of the river in 5 years. Is there water flowing? Is there water flowing? Are the birds happy? The aquatic life, is it thriving in Mexico at the end of the Colorado River? Four of Swords. This feels, just the first card, it feels better in this deck. It feels better than in other decks where swords are, you know, like there's a sarcophagus, it's death, it's don't get up, you'll poke your head with a sword. You can see the heartbreak, and it's attached to the feathers. Things, they're in a nest, so it just feels better. It's sick, but it feels better. It's being challenged by the restrictions, the Eight of Swords. I'm not liking this. At the base of the reading is the Page of Pentacles. It's money, it's balance, it's trying to figure this out. In the past, as it relates, it's not a new beginning. It's us being foolish. It's us being wasteful. At the top of the reading, interesting, the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going back to letting water slip through our fingers on this. They came up with a new plan, but they're still letting water slip through their fingers. In the potential near future, the Three of Cups. Celebration. Women coming together, cups or water, celebrating water. And look what's above them. It's a big cup. It's a dipper, a big dipper, or a little dipper. So that gives me hope. Okay. Internally, I'm not looking forward to this string. Internally, Page of Swords, coming up with a new idea. Come on, guys, come up with this new idea. There's lots of different ideas. Let's not fall into the Grand Canyon down here. Hopes and fear. I'm sorry. That was the internal position. The external position is, what are we addicted to? We're addicted to our swimming pools. We're addicted to our high flow toilets. We are addicted to running the water as we brush our teeth instead of just shutting it off. Not managing our resources. I had a neighbor come up, and he's a Republican, so he likes fighting and saying the government's not doing anything. And he was talking about how the government is not managing, not coming up with a plan to redirect all this rainwater, because it just goes into the ocean, which is true. It would be great if our communities could direct that water to something. Oh, hang on. Okay, I don't know who that is, but sorry. It'd be great if they could redirect our water so that we could utilize it from the sky. And then I asked him, well, how are you redirecting your rainwater out of your house? Crickets. Silence. Was he saving any of that water? No. We can do something individually. What are we being addicted to? What are we being tied to that no longer serves us? Hopes and fears. Three of Swords. Heartbreak. We hope we don't have that. Our fear is that we will have that. And the final outcome, Knight of Cups. Is this the knight in shining armor? False knight? We may think, yeah, we got this, but it's not really clarified by the Lovers. And the Four of Wands. It's interesting with the Four of Wands and the Knight of Cups. The knight in shining armor, false knight, false celebration with the Four of Wands. But you've got the Lovers in between. There is hope. There is hope because people do love nature and the water at the end of the delta. At the base of the reading, we have Four of Cups. They're not looking at something. They're just crying. They're not looking at a solution. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Look for the solution. Keep managing, keep massaging, make this happen. Tend to your garden. And then we got the Two of Pentacles again, balancing things out. And then the final outcome at the underlying energy is the King of Cups, King of Water, the mighty Colorado. All right, I'm going to leave it there. We have challenges with this. It feels like people in Arizona are going to be leaving because of water issues. In 5 years, they're going to be really thinking about it. And California is going to be fighting for their water rights. They're going to have to give some up. And Mexico, it's a hope and a prayer. But I think I think we're going to get it together a little bit. I should ask the Galactic Heritage deck one last pull. Hey guys, you guys looking out for us on this beautiful planet that we have. The beautiful water planet that seems to be a little unique. Water emotions. We get to experience the ups and downs with that, which makes us kind of unique. Let's see if we can are we going to get a handle on our water situation? 3 cards. Okay. Yeah, but it's not without some desperation. We have to stick with it. We have to keep the plan. We have to have a single-minded focus on this. Let's not go, yeah, but can't I still have my swimming pool? No. No. And it's desperation time. So we have devotion to service, single-minded focus, and desperation. It's going to come out of a desperation, out of that 3 of Swords energy. Stay in the light, everybody. Think of what we can do. Every little bit helps. Peace and love.